king of hip-hop, a global icon who helped shape an entire industry. Sean Diddy Combs, producer, rapper, mogul, he was the man behind some of the biggest names in music, the creator of an empire that spanned industries. But now, the same empire that catapulted him to fame is being torn apart by explosive allegations that could destroy everything he's built.
Toast to Sean Diddy,
From the outside, Diddy's life seemed like the ultimate success story. Luxury homes, sold-out parties, and a seemingly untouchable reputation. But behind the glitz and glamour, a darker narrative was unfolding, one that would come to light in shocking detail. In September 2024, federal authorities arrested Diddy, charging him with racketeering, and running a years-long operation that exploited and abused women. The man who once held the music world in his hands now faces allegations so severe that, if convicted, we could see him behind bars for decades. But how did it all come crashing down? How did one of the most powerful figures in entertainment find himself at the center of a federal investigation? This is not just a story about a fall from grace. This is a tale of power, manipulation, and secrecy that spanned decades. A world where money and influence bought silence, and those who suffered stayed in the shadows, afraid to speak out.
Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity.
Now the silence has been broken. Federal prosecutors allege that Diddy operated a secretive web of exploitation, manipulating vulnerable women, forcing them into orchestrated acts of sexual violence, and using his influence to keep the truth hidden. With evidence mounting, including graphic messages, video footage, and witness testimony, the prosecution is ready to take on one of the biggest names in music. But will justice finally be served? Or will Diddy's empire and the people it has protected prove too powerful to bring down? Sean Combs, or Diddy as he's more widely known, has enjoyed a career that spans over 3 decades. He started as a record producer, propelling artists like the Notorious B.I.G. to international fame. His records label, Bad Boy Entertainment, became a powerhouse. But as his influence in the music world grew, so did his taste for extravagance and control. Over the years, rumors of Diddy's aggressive behavior surfaced, but none of them stuck. He remained a figurehead of hip-hop culture, a businessman with a golden touch. Until now.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel.
ABC News has just confirmed that Sean Diddy Combs was arrested tonight in New York City.
Sean Diddy Combs has been charged in federal court in New York.
The case against Diddy is chilling. The indictment details conclude that he allegedly coerced women into participating in freak-off parties. Bizarre, highly orchestrated sexual events. Prosecutors claim that these parties sometimes lasted days, and victims were often intoxicated, forced into acts, and abused by Diddy and others in his circle. But that's not all.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution.
The prosecution further alleges that Diddy had a network of male sex workers who were also involved in these events, heightening the disturbing nature of the charges. Electronic devices seized from his home contained graphic images and videos of these so-called performances. But how did someone like Diddy, who seemingly had everything, fame, fortune, and respect, come to be implicated in such horrendous crimes? The answer lies in the dynamics of power and control. Diddy wasn't just a music producer or a rapper, he was a cultural force. His empire extended beyond the music industry into fashion, liquor brands, and television. With that kind of influence, it becomes clear how difficult it would be for anyone to stand up against him. For years, rumors had swirled about Diddy's aggressive tendencies and toxic relationships, but nothing ever seemed to stick. That power imbalance, Where victims are left powerless and the powerful feel invincible is at the heart of this case.
What more do I have to do, man? Look at my hat, man. Look at my hat. Look how I show up on the Amalfi Coast, B. Am I letting y'all down? Let me know. Am I not representing y'all the right way?
According to court documents, many of Diddy's alleged victims were vulnerable, pressured into silence by the sheer power of his status. They feared for their careers, their safety, and their futures.
It really made me think of R. Kelly when I read this indictment and I saw exactly what the allegations were. The conduct is very similar. You're talking about coercion, threats, cover-ups, and everything for the sexual gratification of the individual, in this case, Combs.
One of the most damning pieces of evidence came from text messages and recordings allegedly sent by Diddy. These messages detailed disturbing incidents of violence, manipulation, and control over one of his former partners, pop star Cassie Ventura. The texts, made public in court, reveal a pattern of abuse that has shocked even the most jaded observers.
I keep everything right here. There you go. Or right here. There you go.
As Diddy's empire expanded, so did his reputation for living a life of excess. But behind the opulent mansions, luxury cars, and high-profile friendships, there was a darker side. A side that, according to prosecutors, was marked by manipulation, control, and abuse. The charges against Diddy have now left him facing what could be the most significant fall from grace in modern entertainment history. It all started on November 16, 2023, when R&B singer Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former partner, filed a bombshell lawsuit. Cassie accused Diddy of subjecting her to years of abuse, including savage beatings and sexual assault. She had signed the Combs label in 2005, and the two were on-again, off-again romantic partners for more than a decade, starting in 2007. According to her lawsuit, the abuse spanned more than a decade. She described him as prone to uncontrollable rage, claiming that he plied her with medicament and forced her into disturbing sexual situations, such as pressuring her to have sex with other men. She also claimed that he physically assaulted her in her home as she was trying to end the relationship in 2018. The very next day, in a move that shocked many, Diddy and Cassie reached a swift and confidential settlement. On November 17, just 24 hours after the lawsuit was filed, the case was resolved. We've decided to resolve this matter amicably, right on screen as it is being read. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love. But while this seemed like the end of the story for some, it was just the beginning of a cascade of allegations. On November 19, Diddy made multiple calls to another victim of his sexual abuse, according to a later court filing from prosecutors. He called to ask her for her support and friendship while attempting to convince her that she had willingly engaged in acts constituting sexual abuse. Prosecutors said the calls came at the beginning of months of attempts to pressure and bribe potential witnesses against him as allegations emerged. 4 days later, 2 more women came forward and accused Combs of sexual abuse in lawsuits. The litigations, filed by Joy Dickerson and another woman who was not named, alleged acts of sexual assault, beatings, and forced drugging in the early 1990s by Diddy, then a talent director, party promoter, and rising figure in New York City's hip-hop community. As these allegations piled up, Diddy's legal team continued to deny all wrongdoing, calling the claims false. By November 28, the fallout had already begun. Diddy temporarily stepped down as chairman of his cable television network, Revolt, citing the wave of sexual abuse allegations. This marked the first significant blow to his business empire. The next month, another woman alleged in another lawsuit that in 2003, when she was 17, Combs and 2 other men have assaulted her. The lawsuit filed in federal court in Manhattan said she was living in a Detroit suburb and was flown to a New York studio where she was given substances and alcohol that made her incapable of copulation, and the men took turns assaulting. Diddy broke his silence on Instagram, denying all the allegations in a single sweeping statement saying, "I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." But the allegations didn't stop there. On February 26, 2024, a music producer sued Diddy, alleging assault and illegal activity involving intoxicating substances. This was followed by a massive development on March 25, when federal authorities conducted raids on Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami as part of a trafficking investigation. Although Diddy's attorney called the raids a gross use of military-level force, the message was clear. Authorities were treating these allegations with the utmost seriousness. The very next day, March 26, Diddy's legal team continued to fight back, with his lawyer claiming the mogul was innocent and that he would continue to fight to clear his name. But by this point, the public narrative was beginning to shift. As the months progressed, the legal challenges mounted, from allegations involving Diddy's son Christian King Combs to a high-profile video leak in May which showed Diddy attacking Cassie in a Los Angeles hotel in 2016. The scandals continued to unravel. Even with Diddy publicly apologizing for the attack on Cassie in the leaked video, the damage was done. By June 2024, Diddy had returned his key to New York City, and Howard University withdrew an honorary degree given to him. The fallout was massive, and then on September 16, 2024, the situation reached its peak. Sean Diddy Combs was arrested at a Manhattan hotel after a federal grand jury indictment. The indictment accused him of running an illegal enterprise involved in trafficking, forced labor, substance offenses, and much more. He was described as the head of a persistent pattern of abuse, with women and others forced to submit to his control through violence, coercion, and manipulation. On September 17, the indictment was unsealed, and Diddy pleaded not guilty. But despite his defense team's insistence that this is an unjust prosecution, the judge ordered him to be held without bail as he awaits trial. The next day, Combs' alleged text messages to several women, including ex-Cassie Ventura in 2016, were read aloud during a court hearing on Wednesday. "Call me. The cops are here. I've got 6 kids," Combs allegedly texted Cassie. "Yo, please call. I'm surrounded. You gonna abandon me all alone?" In response to Diddy's message, Cassie texted him, "I have a black eye and a fat lip. You were sick to think it's okay what you've done." Central to this saga are the so-called freak-off videos, which have caught many celebrities on camera, including Michael Jackson, Taylor Swift, Will Smith, Jennifer Lopez, Johnny Depp, and Donald Trump, in unexpected and often questionable moments. The emergence of these videos has sparked outrage and raised critical questions about consent and privacy, especially since they were recorded by Diddy himself. In this ongoing legal battle, Diddy faces scrutiny over these recordings. What began as whispers has now escalated into a serious investigation, with numerous celebrities implicated in the footage. The videos depict a range of situations, further complicating Diddy's legal woes and igniting discussions about the ethical implications of filming celebrities without their explicit consent. The public reaction has been divided. Many viewers express shock at the content of the videos, while others call for a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by public figures. As the allegations against Sean Diddy Combs continue to unravel, it's not just the legal world that's responding. Figures from the entertainment and political worlds, ranging from longtime rivals to former collaborators and even public figures, are weighing in on the unfolding drama. Their reactions provide a window into the deeper, complex relationships between power, fame, and influence in modern culture. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, one of hip-hop's most outspoken figures, has had a long-standing feud with Diddy dating back to the mid-2000s. Known for his raw and unfiltered social media commentary, 50 Cent has taken every opportunity to poke at Diddy, fueling rumors and stirring the pot of controversy. As the federal investigation gained momentum, 50 Cent used the moment to publicly mock Diddy, bringing in other influential figures like Jay-Z and stirring further speculation about the power structures at play in the music industry. Justin Bieber, who once looked to Diddy as a mentor in the early stages of his career, has remained notably silent amidst the storm. Once a young artist benefiting from Diddy's guidance in navigating fame, Bieber's relationship with the mogul was seen as emblematic of Diddy's influence over the next generation of artists. Now, his silence speaks volumes in a world where other celebrities are quick to respond to breaking news. Over the years, Diddy and Bieber have been spotted together at high-profile events and parties. Many people have speculated about their friendship, with some suggesting that Diddy had a questionable influence on Bieber during his younger years. Back in 2014, Diddy famously gifted Bieber a white Lamborghini for his 16th birthday, a gesture that raised eyebrows and fueled rumors that Bieber was being groomed into Diddy's wild party lifestyle. As Bieber's career began to take off, he entered a tumultuous period marked by legal trouble, partying, and reports of substance abuse. Some critics pointed the finger at Bieber's circle of influence, including Diddy. However, neither Bieber nor Diddy has ever publicly acknowledged any negative impact stemming from their friendship. Bieber eventually cleaned up his image, married Hailey Baldwin, and distanced himself from that chapter of his life. For Aubrey O'Day, former member of Danity Kane and one of Diddy's proteges, the allegations against him hit close to home. O'Day, who was once groomed for stardom under Diddy's watch, has often alluded to the darker side of the industry. She made it clear on social media that, in her view, justice was overdue.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
Even former President Donald Trump couldn't escape being connected to the unfolding scandal. The pair, once seen rubbing shoulders at elite parties, have since taken vastly different paths. Trump, never one to shy away from controversy, was asked about Diddy during his 2024 presidential campaign events. True to form, Trump gave a characteristically blunt response, implying that he was not surprised by the allegations while distancing himself from any personal involvement. Marion Suge Knight, another infamous figure in the hip-hop world, entered the conversation with a different angle. Known for his own controversies and run-ins with the law, Knight hinted at a larger conspiracy behind the federal raids. According to him, Diddy's legal troubles were just the tip of the iceberg, part of a broader effort to destroy evidence that could incriminate powerful figures across the industry. Now, what about Diddy's ties to the Kardashians? Diddy's connection to the Kardashian-Jenner family goes back decades, with both families being staples in the Los Angeles celebrity scene. Diddy has been spotted at numerous events with the Kardashians, and his relationships with Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have been well documented. Rumors have circulated that Diddy had romantic involvements with one or more members of the family, but these claims have never been substantiated. Despite their numerous connections to Diddy, including shared appearances at events and collaborations with many of his affiliated artists, the Kardashian-Jenner family has remained silent in the face of the growing scandal. Known for capitalizing on media moments, their decision to stay quiet has sparked intrigue, leading to speculation about what might be said, or left unsaid, behind closed doors. Cat Williams, never one to shy away from controversy, made headlines again with his comments about Diddy during a podcast appearance. Williams claimed that 2024 would be a year of reckoning for big deviants in the industry, stating that Diddy's troubles were just the beginning of a larger wave of exposure.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was.
Beyoncé, one of the most powerful women in the entertainment industry, has remained notably silent as the investigation unfolds. Her relationship with Diddy, long seen as respectful and distant, has come under scrutiny, especially as her husband Jay-Z has been indirectly dragged into the narrative by figures like 50 Cent. While Beyoncé has built a career on controlling her public image, her silence in this case may speak louder than words. As Diddy's trial looms, the reactions or lack thereof from these high-profile figures reveal the intricate webs of influence in the music and entertainment industry. For some, it's an opportunity to settle old scores. For others, it's a moment to remain silent and distant. But one thing is clear. This is only the beginning of what promises to be a monumental reckoning for everyone involved. Diddy rose to fame by breaking barriers, but his career has also exposed how deeply the entertainment industry is intertwined with control, manipulation, and exploitation. From the glitz of Hollywood to the shadowy backrooms where deals are made, Diddy's empire reflects both sides of the industry, the celebrated and the concealed. Hollywood has long been known for its darker underbelly. Stories of exploitation, manipulation, and abuse have been buried under the weight of fame. Diddy's journey mirrors much of what is now being exposed, where unchecked power in entertainment can lead. Rumors about Diddy's influence on young stars like Justin Bieber and Usher have circulated for years. Though these stars reached immense success under his wing, many wonder, what price did they pay for that fame? Allegations of manipulation and control over these relationships point to a much darker narrative that is all too familiar in Hollywood. From his friendships with Donald Trump to his ties with the Kardashians, Diddy's celebrity circle has always been about more than just friendship. It's about power, influence, and control. These relationships symbolize how interconnected and insulated Hollywood's elite can be, often protecting their own from outside scrutiny. In recent years, the veil over Hollywood's dark side has started to lift, exposing powerful figures who exploited their influence. While Diddy has built an empire of music, fashion, and media, he now finds himself caught in a wave of allegations that mirror the same abuse of power that has long tainted the entertainment industry. The lawsuits against Diddy, allegations of abuse, manipulation, and coercion are part of a larger conversation about how power is wielded in Hollywood. It's a system where those at the top have long been able to exploit others, often in the shadows, while maintaining a public image of success and influence. Diddy's case, like so many before him, exposes the darker truths about the entertainment world. It's an industry where fame often masks deep-rooted exploitation, where the lines between mentorship, control, and abuse are blurred, and where those who rise to the top sometimes leave behind a trail of broken lives. While Diddy's legacy in shaping hip-hop and entrepreneurship is undeniable, his fall from grace reflects the reckoning now unfolding across Hollywood. As more victims come forward, the question becomes, how much of the entertainment industry's success has been built on exploitation? And will Hollywood ever truly hold its most powerful figures accountable? Sean Diddy Combs has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. From his meteoric rise as a music mogul shaping hip-hop culture to the controversies and legal battles that now surround him, his story reflects both the brilliance and the darkness that can exist in the world of fame. For decades, Diddy embodied the rags to riches dream, a man who built an empire from nothing. But as more allegations come to light, we're forced to question what kind of empire was truly being built and at what cost. His influence in music, fashion, and culture is irrefutable, but now his legacy is caught in the balance between creation and destruction. Diddy's story is just one chapter in a much larger narrative that's been playing out in Hollywood and beyond. The powerful are being called to account for years of exploitation and abuse, and the entertainment industry is being forced to reckon with its past. As the entertainment world continues to change, the question remains, will this be a moment of true transformation, or will the powerful figures who have dominated Hollywood continue to control the narrative? Diddy's fate is still unfolding, but his story challenges us all to take a deeper look at the culture we idolize. In the end, Diddy's legacy, like Hollywood itself, is complicated. It's a story of dreams realized, but also of lives affected by unchecked power. And perhaps it serves as a reminder to all of us. The price of fame and fortune isn't always easy. As we look beyond Diddy's story, we're reminded that his case is not an isolated one. It reflects a much larger problem, one that's been festering in the dark corners of Hollywood for decades. From Weinstein to Epstein and now Combs, these stories are just the surface of a deeper systemic issue. As the entertainment industry moves forward, it's time to ask ourselves, how do we hold those in power accountable? How do we protect the next generation of creators, artists, and performers from the same cycles of abuse? The future of Hollywood and the music industry will be defined by the choices made today. Will it continue to be a place where power corrupts, or can we create a safer, more just environment for all? Diddy's legacy, like many before him, is complicated. But in every downfall, there is an opportunity for reflection and for change. It's up to us, the audience, to demand that change and to support those who are brave enough to speak out against abuse. The entertainment industry holds immense power, but with that power comes responsibility. Will Hollywood finally listen? Or will it be business as usual? Thank you for watching. If you want to dive deeper into the stories that shape our world, subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss our upcoming content, where we explore more untold truths in the of crimes.